is the new character here? Yeah, there he is. Okay, no. This is Australian. We better put on our best Australian accent. Crikey, everyone, we got ourselves a brand new hero in Disney Heroes Down Under here. We got ourselves Percival McLeach, the guy from Rescuers Down Under. Fun fact, my brother and I recently rewatched this movie earlier in the year. Actually, that's incorrect. We watched both movies earlier in the year because, well, we watched the first one and we thought it was like really good. And then we watched the second one and I forgot the conclusion we came to, but I think we said it was nice, but not as good as the original one was. I didn't make it all the way through 3rd grade for nothing. And now let's read his description. A ruthless poacher who won't be stopped by... this is way too cockney, actually. Crikey, a ruthless poacher who won't be stopped by rules, morals, the law, or anything else that gets in his way. Oh, is that it? Okay, let's move on right into his skills then. I briefly read through them. I think they're going to be some pretty interesting skills as both of them involve his lizard, Joanna. Stone Storm, passive. Ready for any hunt. McLeach is always precise. So that's going to be pretty useful for invisibility. In fact, you'll see a theme that this dude just hates invisible creatures, which makes sense. He's a hunter. He's going to be able to find things that are hiding in the undergrowth. Active. McLeach pushes a button to lower Joanna over the enemy with the least HP. Joanna the lizard, not to be confused with Hilda's mother. Prioritizing invisible enemies first. Joanna then drops 4 rocks on enemies. Each one deals normal damage and stuns for 10 seconds. If the enemy is KO during the skill, Joanna will move on to the next enemy with the least HP, continuing to prioritize invisible enemies first. The active portion of the skill can't be used if Joanna is already in combat. There's another skill that uses Joanna, which means this skill cannot be used if she is that skill is in play, because we cannot have 2 Joannas in the same place. If Five Nights at Freddy's World taught me anything, it's that 2 Fredbears in the same area will cause the universe to implode. I believe it's the same thing for two lizards. Should I stop the voice? No, I'm not stopping the voice. I'm gonna keep going. Swift ambush. McLeach whistles, triggering a giant net to trap the most wanted enemy for 10 seconds. The enemy takes normal damage each second they are in the net. For some reason, they are not snared. This would have been the perfect opportunity to add snare to this skill, because it's a net you literally can't move. It's snare, come on. This skill cannot be evaded or dodged in the duration, is not affected by tenacity. This is very good, because there's so many characters where you stun them, but they just shake it off in like not even a second, as if they weren't even stunned to begin with, because their tenacity is so high. If there is no most wanted enemy, McLeach will target the enemy with the least HP might. McLeach can't use this skill on enemies that are already in the net. How many times can you use this skill then? Can you just use it on repeat? When are you going to end up in a scenario where everyone is captured in a net? Rapid Snatch. McLeach rubs his hands Okay, I guess that counts. McLeach rubs his hands together as Joanna runs to the enemy with the most buffs, dealing normal damage to them and removing all of their buffs. Joanna then returns to McLeach, healing him for HP, granting him 10 stacks of Hardy. If no enemies have buffs, Joanna will target the enemy with the least HP, and this skill cannot be used if that prior mentioned skill is in use. Now I have a question. If Joanna does this, and the character has Reflect, will McLeach take damage, or will he remove the Reflect? Because the problem with Tron also has this skill, he might, but he can't use it because if a character has Reflect, he won't remove it, he'll just take damage and die, which is just, not great, Ripper. Very, very uncool, cool, mate. Come on, pull out my inner Australian, just think of all the random quotes. Wallaby, mate, bludger. Insidious schemes. When enemies become invisible... Oh, wait, that's his victory animation. He does a dance. That's a Fortnite dance if I ever saw one, mate. When enemies become invisible, McLeach applies Drain and Limit to them for the same duration as their invisibility. They will also gain 4 stacks of Corruption. Whenever McLeach or Joanna damage an invisible enemy, they deal an extra amount of normal damage to them and remove their invisibility. Which I see as a bit redundant, because the whole point of these skills here is to punish people who use invisibility. Why would you then remove them? That means you would also remove the debuffs you just applied. It seems a bit counterproductive, Bludger. Fearsome Friends. Each rock from Stone Storm now deals 20% of the enemy's max HP as bonus normal damage. Enemies are also confused for 10 seconds after the stun wears off or is removed. McLeach gains armor and reality while there is at least one invisible enemy in combat. McLeach also gains energy each time an enemy goes invisible. He can gain energy from each individual enemy. That's a bit of a tongue twister. He can gain energy from each individual enemy this way once every 2 seconds. This guy, you just can't be invisible with him, mate. You'll just get punished. Okay, now what else do we have? Okay, we got some friendships. I believe SH, is that Shank? That can't be Shank. She's way too old. Okay, that makes way more sense. It's the Sheriff. And Captain Hook. No, go back to summary. So with the Sheriff, the most wanted enemy cannot have or gain stacks of Hardy. Enemies trapped in the net from Swift Ambush now gain 1 stack of Decay every 6 seconds. What does Decay do? Each stack of Decay on a unit blocks Cleanse from being applied. Oh, okay, the Cleanse blocker. In addition to getting basic damage and enemies losing basic damage and skill power. While Captain Hook gives him... McLeach cleanses and heals himself for 10% of his max HP and any time he or Joanna removes invisibility from an enemy. Again, really counterproductive since you want to... well, anyway, I'm thinking adding Decay. A cleanse blocker is probably way more useful than this. Yeah, just another heal. I mean, if you have a good healer already, like... 10%, I'm sure that can increase to like 50% every time he removes he removes invisibility. But I'm thinking that if you just team him up with Ariel or Joy, that's gonna be way better. He's gonna be offensive. You can just make him purely offensive and keep the enemies from healing themselves, cleansing themselves of anything. That would be a good Flynn counter. Anyway, these are all of his patch things. You can get a read of these if you want. Although, then again, if you have the game, you can just look at this yourself. I'm just here, you just, yeah. He is going to be in the next, battle, oh, he's already here. He's already here, governor. No, wait, no, that's British. That's Cockney. I'm supposed to be Australian, Bludger. Now, it's gonna be at least 3 days before I can unlock him. Because I don't know about, I'm sure you guys, but I am not spending 27 Canadian dollars on this guy. I'm patient. I can wait. What else is there? Is he in chat sparring at least? I don't think he is, unfortunately. That's quite unfortunate. So, now, what should... I do believe before we end this episode, I had one thing planned. Now, we have 2 characters that are not caught up with the pack. This is not acceptable. We never unlocked Dante because the dog, we just felt like the dog wasn't a very good fit. Once Hector or another Coco character that feels more deserving to be in this game arrives, this dog is staying locked. But the Horned, we cannot have 2 characters that are being portrayed as the runt of the litter. Therefore, the Horned King needs to join the same ranking as the others. It is time, after so long, for the Horned King to become maxed out. Well, not maxed out, but at least as strong as everyone else. Weakest one here is Basil. Don't know how that happened. I thought he'd be way strong. He'd be way up this list. But yeah, you know what? I don't control it. Wait, how many skills is controlled here? You're all level 1, level 1, level 1. I don't know how this works. Maybe Basil just has less stats. Is it because he's tiny? Its size is plain and simple, mate. Either way, let's get this guy up to like at least red. We need everyone at red 10. Oh, that's right. We need to get you at least to a level 180. 200. Why not? This will take a while though, and I'm not sure anyone really cares about CNN. Because the thing is, every time I upload an episode, people only want to care, only click on the video if there's like a new character to look at. They don't really care about me actually playing the game. I mean, I'm sure if I did, it would only get like, it would get about as many views as any of my other videos. Like, the way the hierarchy works on my channel is like, Disney Heroes, whenever a new character comes out, it gets at least 1,000 views. That's the bare minimum-esque, depending on the character, I guess. But then you get stuff like, the highest ranking videos are probably the one whenever I talk about dinosaur toys. Those are the videos that people really like to watch on my channel. But anyway, I've been rambling on for 10 minutes with a fake Australian accent. I'm sure all the British people that watch my videos, their ears are bleeding. I apologize. Actually, no, I don't apologize. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time where hopefully we won't have a character that has an accent. See you later, mates.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video from beginning to end. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel and join the Zainreborn community. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.